Well, this will be fun, folks, because I'm actually streaming from my new gaming rig. And, well, we're obviously recording on that rig. But I'm monitoring it on my old rig. So, fun! This should be. Alright, let's see what this game that I've heard so much about is about. Game this can die permanently. You know what? I'll probably regret this. Let's try hard. Show cinematic subtitles always. Text size, let's make it a little bit bigger. Make it a little bit easier for everyone to see. Come to Halcyon.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations.
And corporations have never disappointed us whatsoever.
Thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny.
And by minor terms of service, we mean 10 to 20 years. Well, looks like we've run out of hope. Yes, I'll be doing commentary throughout the Let's Play as well. Don't expect an immersive experience. This is my first Let's Play. I want to get a feel for the game first before I start doing an immersive Let's Play. So yes, expect me to riff on it. Not crimes against a colony!
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
I know! Like, in our society, the corporations would obviously put human lives first. Alright. I like the idea of health regeneration, I'm not gonna lie.
You're like that Spectrum potato chip, unruffled.
Bane, ability refresh. Can I actually just do good on everything? No. Can I just be good at everything? You know what? Why not? A little bit of bonus to everything. I'm just a little bit better than everybody at everything, but not incredibly spectacular at any one thing. Really? You can do below average stats? Really?
Some people are rough around the edges. You're serrated.
I may keep that in mind for a future Let's Play. Create someone with flaws and vices when I come up with a character concept, when I have a better idea of the game. Alright. Do I tag skills or something like that? 50, you can add points directly to specialized skills. You know what?
A steady hand at the helm.
That seems good. Tech and leadership. Go for more of a alternative solutions type of approach to problems instead of combat. Not gonna lie, kind of torn between safety inspector and science assistant. Because if they're just like a little bit good at everything, I kind of feel like a safety inspector. I'll go with science assistant.
I do have a lot of dirty test tubes.
Alright. Ooh. That's a ghoul. The mutton chops? Kind of like the mutton chops, not gonna lie. Kind of liking that, not gonna lie. Go a little bit less dirty though. Maybe there. Go a little bit on the younger side. Be around there. Yeah, go with an old classic of mine. Really weird. Okay. There we go.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Excuse me, folks, I'm about to sneeze.
Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Skip drive.
Shit. Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically.
Well, at least all my bits are in the right place, right?
We'll see, yes?
Right? Right?
Actually, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head.
Oh,
My
really?
ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck.
I don't know. Sizable bounty on your head could work really well with getting me a job on the Halcyon. On Halcyon, whatever. I prefer a 3G brew myself, but 0G's okay.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Okay.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Never take the direct approach. Okay then. Left control, really? Alright. Oh, left control is to crouch. I don't have to slide. That's a relief. Yeah, I should probably be hiding in the tall grass. Considering that guy does not have legs. Yeah, I probably don't want to get involved with those until I get, you know, a crowbar. Ah, the crowbar. Life's little miracle. Yeah. Considering I nearly broke my leg last time I jumped while sprinting, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Oh, great. I've got Voltec assisted targeting systems. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'm going to regret this. Yeah, I knew I was going to regret that. I thought I could land on the ledge. Clearly not!
Hey, you, come here.
Okay.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
Sit still. I'll patch you up.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
How you feeling?
Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right?
Well, I mean,
Just
you've
barely
tried the
got out
rest
with my
because
life.
of Spacer's
Crawled
choice.
in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What's that about the Marauders?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns.
Well,
Some
it's the
whole
guns
head
part that's
crowded their
probably the problem.
spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, I've got a better idea. Give me your gun, and I'll get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side.
I could probably
Here,
take that out.
You can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
I prefer pepper cod myself, but, you know. Do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Alright, I'm off then. Can I put my weapon away? Yes, because let's not point a gun at his face.
Thanks for patching me up.
Just seeing if there's anything I can take. You know, I'm going to rescue you, so you're not going to need all this stuff, but I probably will. Alright. Let's do the stupid thing.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear
Yeah, he's apparently looking at everything I see and listening to everything I say. Yeah, I could totally see why maybe turning him in for the bounty would be a good idea. He's not creepy at all, this Phineas character. Not creepy at all. Hibernation complications detected. Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation button, TTD, button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well to take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving into text drains it faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. Q for the tactical time dilation. This is VATS. It's literally the same keyword. Oh, Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is Q. Hacking and picking locks. Your hacking and lockpicking skills help you get in places you're not meant to be. Mag picks are used to break open locks, and bypass jumps are used to break computer encryption. If your skill is high enough to break the security, you'll see how many mag picks or jumps you need and how long it will take. Raising your skill will lower the number of items used and speed up the process. Yeah, sure, why not? T&L Weapon Safety Training, Weapon Management. You can have up to 4 weapons equipped at a time by dragging them to the slots at the top of the screen. On this page, you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break them down for parts. Players with the engineering skill can repair weapons on the screen as well. Take care of your T&L weapons, and they'll take care of your enemies. So let's see here. So they're both 73 DPS. This does 51 damage, does knockdown. That's, honestly, they probably each have good comparatives. Wait, why does that got a diamond next to it? Ah, it's pristine. What does that mean? It doesn't say anything about why it's pristine. Alright. Come on, a little bit closer. Come here. I can see you. How far back am I going to be sent? Ooh, way back here? Come on. Let me fire. Huffing. Sheesh. Well, those two don't look like they're going to be trying to kill me. All the same.
What in the blazes? Where'd you come from? Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators.
Oh god,
Go
landing
on that
violators?
long leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
To be honest, I've dealt with a few of the marauders. Not impressed.
You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Hi. Oh no, because then she might get killed, and I really don't want her to die. Just Spacer's Choice guards usually back down from a challenge? Yeah. Get these. I bet you could get these marauders. Yeah, I'll go for Swade.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
I just earned a fine bonus.
Okay. That was easy.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork. This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
I'm gonna take a look inside the ship, see if there's any clues.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Okay, fine.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I don't appreciate being talked to that way.
I have been programmed to communicate with diplomacy and tact. Please allow me to demonstrate. Gesture procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Preparing to reject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You do realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Yeah, he's dead. I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne, or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Honestly, with my engineering knowledge, I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yes, Ada, I got it. Thanks.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
You've been promoted! Level up! Congratulations, you've gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger to advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, as well as gives you access to a new perk every other level. Keep leveling and you'll be an upper management material in no time. Tab view ledger. Anti-Cleo Management Training. Skill improvements! Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill immediately improves all of the specialized skills in that group up to a maximum of 50. After 50, you add points directly to specialized skills, up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, and satisfaction temporarily raise or lower your skills. This helps or hurts skill checks and the skill's passive bonuses, but won't give or take away the skill unlocks. Work diligently, improve yourself, and you too can achieve middle management. I mean, let's be honest here. Gonna need ranged. Get to 20 because that's a special point. I'll throw the rest into dialogue because why not? Empty Cleo knows friends make everything better. Companion abilities. You can command your companions to use their special abilities on the enemy you're targeting. C for companion ability 1 and V for companion ability 2. You've unlocked location hit effects or tactical time dilation, hitting enemies in different locations during TTD, maims or cripples those body parts. Try different locations to see the different effects. Hit the chest to produce different effects than using different weapons. Anti-Cleoli, specialized management seminar, selecting perks. Welcome to perk selection. On the screen, you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. You get a new perk point every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as by accepting a flaw. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the next tier of the perk available to you. Auntie wants you to be the best. Wants you to be your best to help her be the very best. Base health, tactical damage when alone in party, walk speed, sprint speed, armor durability, companion crit chance, science weapon magazine size, vendor prices. Yes, because I am definitely going to become encumbered, so anything having to do with encumbrance. Yes, fast travel while encumbered. Because that is definitely going to be useful later on. I know that for a fact. Because anyone who's seen me do a Let's Play, no, I never put down junk.
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
I suppose I should do a proper tour later on, but then again... Well, no, because if I loot anything, it's technically considered stealing. I have to use mag picks. We'll see if there's anything loose.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown. These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me. The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed.
Okay, you
If
stop.
your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
I am actually, actually, that'd be interesting if I'd chosen the safety inspector. I wonder how this would do. Nah, you got it all wrong. I'm a safety inspector.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Take care.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Not just anyone is chosen to enforce landing regulations, you know? I had to fill out 4 whole forms.
You need like a sniper rifle.
come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend.
I'm just passing through.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Nice to meet you. I'm Alex Hawthorne, captain of the Unreliable.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
I'm looking to make a little money while I'm here. Any suggestions?
Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You know what? Sure, why not?
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
There's other stuff I could talk about.
Yeah?
So, you lose a lot of people to Marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
Ooh. What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those Marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
This town seems to be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Yeah. A virulent plague. Moving on. How long have you been a junior in humor, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
Okay then, let's move on.
Huh? What?
I could really go for some salt tuna.
Let's see what Ludwig has to say.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Silas sent me. He said you owe gravesite fees?
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
What are you babbling about?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Automechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
If your resistance needs another gun, I'm for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
If I'm going after this mechanical scout, I could use a couple pointers.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Maybe I have some more questions.
Go on.
So what do you do here?
I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially? Unofficially? Strictly between you and me. I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
Go on.
Go on.
What do you have against mechanicals?
You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you. Scanning you with its murderous oculars.
Can't say if I have.
Pray to the law that you never do. A mechanical never forgets the face of its enemy. First they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
I'll leave you be then. Will you let me in here? No, that is stealing. No, that is stealing. That is stealing. Collectible tossball card. I might be stealing that. Depends.
You're safer inside the walls.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quarters to make.
There's the cannery. There's the cantina. Is this an entryway?
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
I know how you feel. Another day at the cannery.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
I need to fix the ship. You know where I can find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Let's see what you have other questions.
Go right ahead.
What's your take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
I'm glad you're so optimistic.
I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Yeah, can you tell me about the plague that's supposed to be going around?
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Is there a reason you feel like you have to hide what's going on?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
What do you mean by that?
Survival of the fittest. It ain't just the law of nature, it's company policy. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
See what you got.
Music to my ears.
Your merger skills equal the value of your best dialogue skill and use to negotiate prices when buying from and selling vendors. Alright. Well, let's buy. I want to see sell. Because cheese some crow. Are these identical? Yeah, light pistol and light pistol. No modifications, so... there is an assault rifle, but I'd really like something with a scope. Can I actually afford any of them? That's the other question. I probably could. Neither one really seemed like a good idea to me. I don't have enough of that one. Alright, let's see armor, because I really have, like, none. Alright. Nothing really of use. We'll have to look between every building at this point, considering I just found that little trove. Let's not go in there yet. That's the corporate building? Yeah, it's the corporate building.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Togson.
Yeah. That's the cantina. That's a general store.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I can show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Yeah, speaking of which, Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
That's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
So just get Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
Well, you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Conrad, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay for his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I think that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirloom passed down from his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We'll sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet. Use the bits to pay his body price and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Wiggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G.
What can I do for you?
Pretending you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
I'm guessing you were trained at medical school.
Experience was my teacher. Experience and... So, you want to be an embalmer. Brochures 1 through 5. Courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development.
Can we get more conversation?
Go ahead.
What do you know about the plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
It sounds a lot like the flu.
Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol.
Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Whose idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
You seem pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
Sounds exhausting.
As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
That's it for now.
What can I do for you?
Looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
You're a vicar.
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
You don't seem to like him much.
He doesn't seem to like us much. The vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority. Go ahead.
I'm not going to ask about the gold teeth just yet. I think I need to get a little bit more information. Maybe some more leads.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
For now, I'll avoid the sick house.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got one.
Let's see what I can find out here.
Read the latest report.
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
I don't know you.
Alex Hawthorne, Captain of the Unreliable.
Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Something going on here that I should know about.
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
What about these deserters?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
I want to talk to Reed. Where can I find him?
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
You think that's a good thing?
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that. Go ahead.
So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Yeah, I guess not.
Will there be anything else?
For now, no. Actually, can I get the other option?
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's Choice. Go ahead.
Let's keep our origins a bit close to the chest, shall we? Tempting. Every little tool helps. Mm-hmm. Ooh boy. I could crack my way in, but that would go through a lot of my mag picks.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
It's alright. I got a lot to do. Just gotta keep our heads up.
Just gotta keep our heads up.
Sorry, I've got a lot to do.
Never know. One hand, severed the rest. Some bone damage. Maiden's fee will be deducted. Yeah, nothing like else it looks like. Eesh. I could use the mag picks, to be honest, but... Alright.
Please, Holcomb, I need to explain this.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
You guys ready for me to come in yet?
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I think you may have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Don't plan on staying long.
I understand. Your business is your own. Nonetheless, you are welcome in our little outpost. Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you. There is pay to be earned, or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer.
What sort of help?
The sort of work for which I cannot spare my own people. I am in the midst of a difficulty, the resolution of which requires a third party. You. There's an old botanical lab, mostly abandoned now, but still eating up power from our plant. Power which our cannery sorely needs. I need you to go to the geothermal plant and reroute power from the botanical lab over to us. Simple as that.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
You mean marauders? Marauders aren't people.
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Tell me what I need to do.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
And what if she doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sure.
Great. I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. CNP New Management Seminar. Companions. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills and increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the Companion Ledger.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Is it about the deserters? Go on.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
How well did you know them? You work with them? You were friends? What?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
You know Adelaide?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
You can't leave it at that. What were they arguing about?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
I'm sure the deserters are fine people. So what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, ma'am. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Where would I find
The
him?
mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright then. Now... have I collected everybody's? I've collected Ludwig's. Phyllis is one of the 4 people. She works as a supervisor in the cannery. She works as a supervisor in the Edgewater cannery. Alright. Can we find her?
Got it? Inside voices.
Query. Juice... No, we're not gonna take the power regulator out just yet. I mean, we could. Where is Phyllis? Well, that's leading out of town. That's a barber. Probably the house. So... How do I get to Phyllis? So, obviously, sprats are what's being fed into the salt tuna plant.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
He shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Thanks. Must be a tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
Thought you said you were the closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
What's they gonna do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Well, you get back to work then.
What's on your mind?
So I'm guessing you're the foreman?
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. I paid his burial fees, didn't I? Let the dead sleep.
I found your letter to Conrad.
Didn't anyone ever tell you not to go rifling through other people's correspondence?
No, I'm a protagonist. You're planning on stealing his teeth.
Excuse you. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein already belong to Spacer's Choice. And we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Never mind. I don't have to explain myself to you. What's on your mind? Yeah?
Alright. So you won't talk to me anymore about that. Okay, fine. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I'm a fast reader. For 4 bits, not really worthwhile. Yeah, we still got the other guy, don't we?
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
There's something inside the walls.
So there's the barber shop, which is there.
Nothing for us outside the walls.
Martin Abernathy.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Inside this building.
Wish we had some better rations.
Is there a way to get on the roof? Maybe? There's an idea.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens. My dad's... It's an office. Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
Now the trick is seeing if I can get out to the roof.
I don't like coming out here. People on the street. Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it. Okay.
Now, can I actually get to the roof? No, doesn't look like it. Ow. Alright, so how do we get into this
Almost
resident?
lost a finger in the cannery today.
The way it goes, I suppose.
Yeah, why couldn't I open it before?
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I'm positive you mentioned something about being plagued.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
Why not?
She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
What do you need?
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Sure.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
I think I should know about this community center.
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
That said, I am here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that. but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I'll leave you be. Ah, it's stealing. Well,
making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Then there's just the plague house I should probably investigate, but probably not right now.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this lady.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
Sorry, Parvati.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
About those... We need to talk about Eugene.
Yeah? What about him?
You first. I know you buried him.
Well, yeah. It's what I'm contractually obligated to do. What's this about?
Solid gold teeth could be worth something if you pulled them out.
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
Great, zombies. I'll keep an eye out for them, I guess.
Let me know if you find anything.
About those fees.
You run into any trouble?
Conrad says he can't afford to pay.
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
Are you suggesting extortion?
Well, that's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
Alright. Well, we still need to talk to the vicar. Interesting. I get the feeling I'm going to need a shovel at some point, but I'm not sure if I want to feel like stealing it right now. Now, where is the vicar?
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
At least you got your health.
Is the barber? No. It's Abernathy.
Oh, I cut my own hair.
What can I do for you?
Persuade one. Yes.
You know about Eugene? How?
I found a note from Villas. I'm a mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
They're probably worth a few bits.
More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Are you sure about this?
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
I'm told Eugene killed himself. What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
So the town never had to pay a penalty.
We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide. What can I do for you?
Alright. Now, let's see if we can find the Vicar. Well, that is definitely a clean building. I'll give you that. But I don't think that's it.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
We should keep our voices down.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
I go where I want.
Hey, keep it down. That kind of talk's bound to put sights on the both of us. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
What's going on here?
Figured it was obvious. I got sick. Couldn't get better on my own. Got moved here for everyone's sake. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I've got some training. I can take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
You obviously need help.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself because you fell sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell. I've never seen an outfit like yours before. You're not from around here, are you?
I'm not going to steal from the plagued yet.
What? Who's that? Take him down, please! Company ammo! Huh? Thought I saw something. Put him down! Stay down, miscreant!
But there's just a fight out here?
Spacer's Choice takes care of its own.
Alright, let us see. Where the heck is the vicar? Is this it?
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Bavati, wanted to
What?
talk to you.
I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Really? I don't have one intelligence? Weird. So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Sounds like I got my work cut out of me.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum. Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
I need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
Alright, I'll keep an eye out for it.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here. Any progress on that matter we discussed? Please get it. What would you like to discuss? They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
Actually, what your religion's all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
What does OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
How do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer? Meditation? What?
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
So what's your part in all this?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Tell me more.
Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices. I'm kidding. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
How do you know I was an outsider?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here. Except for Miss Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town. Yes. Yes, it is. But it's my job, and I take it very seriously. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the power regulator. I already know about the power regulator. Yeah, Silas is going to be like over here, isn't he? I went out the wrong exit, didn't I?
fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit? You run into any trouble?
Well done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
You know, Abernathy was trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
He was convinced you knew.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Let me ask you something else.
Yeah?
Have you heard news about the Hope?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the Aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. Is there a reason you asking?
Let's change the subject.
Something I can do for you?
Let's see here. You unlock a dialogue combat skill. I suppose before we end the stream, let's finish this quest that's literally right outside. Looks like it's a little bit more than just outside. I have to go completely around everything. Might run into some trouble. I guess we'll see.
Incoming!
Mental note. Be a little bit quicker on the switching. How far back are we sent?
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
Yeah, okay. Take two, I guess. Yee, a plasma cutter. That is much higher level than I am. That's for damn sure. And I don't have the mag picks to get in there.
Heading back. Be right there. Okay, here we go.
Didn't even survive. Wow, that was... Yeah. Okay then. I don't think I'm taking these guys on.
Got it. Heads down. Aw, he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me
to. Go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Don't you owe us something for the repairs?
I don't reckon Jeremy understands the concept of trade.
Spacer's Choice reminds all colonists that serving the Spacer's Choice family is the highest possible reward. I have been programmed to deliver this pre-approved message.
I'm going now.
Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Yeah, I don't suppose I'll find... Yeah. I suppose I'll find a heavy weapon of some sort in here, right? Yeah, just another light pistol. Ooh. That presents an interesting problem. So if we want to get out of this town and move on, yeah, I need better weapons and better armor. And what are my options for actually getting that? Not high enough level for that. I doubt it. I mean, it's better than nothing. But yeah. Maybe. I've got over 700 credits. At this point, I might be able to afford some gear before we head out. Because, yeah, those marauders. Gonna be a problem.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday moon. Now they only come but once.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You don't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its headcase? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer. A weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts.
Now you have my interest.
Cantina, lavatory. Behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
I'll let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
I don't want to go through the loading door all over again.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Found the package.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
How do I use this?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Don't worry about it. Already got one.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
And how do I get one?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its course. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
Pavarti, that sounds like you can do?
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. Keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
What are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Edgewater's in the middle of nowhere. You don't have a contact.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. I didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
Alright, seems simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G.
Again, I prefer 3G. Alright, so before we end the stream, let's see if we can buy better gear. Because we're gonna need it.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna...
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
She'll be on her best behavior, won't you, Pavarti?
Absolutely. I'll keep my hands in my pockets. I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Music to my ears.
Okay. I need a powerful weapon. So this one will do 180 damage. That does 320 damage, which special effects. That does 1 to 10 damage. It does 22 damage. But honestly, let's see. This does less damage, but has higher DPS. It does 18 damage. I could probably afford both of them, in all honesty. Don't really need a shotgun. Holy moly. Ah, that revolver does look tantalizing, doesn't it? With nearly double the damage. And let's see if I can afford any armor. I can. Right, control troopers. That gives me stealth skills. This gives me hack bonuses. That gives me stealth skills. That gives me 9 armor. That gives me 4 armor. Honestly, I think I want this. Hey, can I afford that one? I can. And let's see. $89 short. I might be able to make that work. I'm trying to see if I can actually afford the light machine gun. I need to get about 79 more. I might be able to make that work. Yeah, probably not. Okay.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work.
Let's see what we can do.
Almost lost a finger in cannon.
With everything. So let's see here. How does that improve my armor? Well, at least I got some. Yeah. Significantly improved armor, so that should improve my survivability against those marauders. So let's see. Here we have got the revolver. Can I do anything interesting with my revolver? Mag to zap. It does shock damage. It's a modification. I mean, it just would do more damage. Sure. Might regret this. Can I not? Honestly, it doesn't really need much repair, because look, the damage doesn't go up. So yeah, I think those are fine. Alright. Let's do that one as the active. Well, this puts me back where I was before. Let's swing around. Swing around. And we'll give it one last shot against the Marauders and see if we got a chance.
Not a peep for me.
Oh, my armor's holding up. No, not really. Like, I'm wondering if I could sneak around them. Ah, apparently I did. Yep, nope. They've got much more powerful weapons than I do. I gotta figure out a way past them. And I'm not sure, honestly, if I have a way past them.
See you, mate!
Yeah, these are definitely tough ones because, wow, that was a lot of XP. Oh crap, 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 crap. Yeah, they're way up there, aren't they? But... this might be doable. Whoa, did I actually? I think I took them out. I did. Alrighty then. Well, that, if anything, I think is a good point to end it. So, I think we'll explore what buildings we have around us next time. I'm pretty sure now, are these all locked up? Yeah, they're all locked up, so there's nothing really to explore. But yeah, definitely gonna need better weapons. And We got more of them in the area, don't we? Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure if I head over here, I am going to get completely owned. Yep. How many of them are there? 4? Yeah, figured as much. And I really don't have any long-range weapons like a rifle. I have better armor, so I'm definitely able to tank these guys a bit better, but... yeah, there's no way I can take these guys on. Not without some serious rethinking of my strategy. I mean, it's doable. I took out the other guys before. But yeah. Yeah, if I had grenades, this would be so much easier, but I don't think that's a thing.
Incoming!
Yeah, definitely would have to consider better tactics. Yeah.
There we go.
And then book it for cup. And I alt-tabbed. Yeah, that's going to be useful when you're in a firefight, alt-tabbing. Alright, folks. We'll end it here.